Warning, this video series has an extremely high chance of causing butt hurt for fanboys of particular brands. Please use caution and logic when viewing these videos. The opinions are my own, developed by spending my own money and actually owning the kits. The series is meant to help people who can exercise logic and reason. That said, enjoy. What's up everyone, Jeremy here from rcnightmare.com bringing you some top 10 lists. So as you know from the warning at the beginning, this is purely my opinion. So if I miss your truck, it doesn't mean that it sucks. Maybe it just means that I didn't own it, or maybe it means it's on a different list. I've actually got about 8 or 10 different lists right now. This is obviously the best two-wheel drive short course truck for bashing. I will do racing, I'll do four-wheel drive, I'll do different scales. I'm going to have a new video on each one to help you make your buying decisions. And I get that there's no one true, so I try to narrow it down to a couple that are really good. And also you should know how I define bashing is simply like going out in the backyard and having some fun, or going to like a construction site, or going to like a friend's house or a parking lot. It's not speed runs and it's not groomed tracks, right? It's just casual RCing. As I get into some of the more interesting videos, I'll probably have some good B-reel. Unfortunately, I opened and reviewed most of the two-wheel drive short course trucks really early in RC Nightmare's life, and the footage is just horrendous. And so I guess you'll just get my bearded face, and let me know if you find this kind of thing helpful, because I think it will be. So I'm going to start off with like the honorable mentions. I'm not saying these trucks suck. I'm just saying that they're more of a racer, or they're not enough of a basher thoroughbred to really qualify as like a top tier. In my opinion, I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. I'm sure people will still get butthurt. So the Losi 22 SCT, it's a race truck. That's where it's at. I'm sure Losi would even tell you that. I absolutely love their quality. I absolutely love Losi. As you guys know, if you follow the channel, I just bought a $600 ready to race two-wheel drive short course truck. So it's just not built for bashing. And the same goes with like the Durango DES 210. Now I didn't own the DES 210, but I did own both other 10th scale offerings from Team Durango. So like the DEST, I think it was, the stadium truck, and the buggy. It's the exact same truck. And I can tell you, just by driving it and handling it and bashing it and just having fun, it's a fun truck. There's no doubt about it, but it's not a basher. It likes groomed surfaces. It likes to be on the track. If trucks have like a personality, right? But that's just my experience with it. The other thing is part support. Team Durango, while it's getting better, isn't exactly the best. And if you are going to go out and be bashing constantly, you want to have pretty ready part support. Along with kind of the race breed is the Team Associated SC10. Now, this is probably debatable. I had a hard time between putting this and a different truck in like the top threes, because I think the Team Associated SC10 is a very well built short course truck. I think if you're like a 60-40 person, where like you want to race most of the time, but you want to take your car out and like have some fun every once in a while, I think it's totally fine for that. If you're more like me, or and anybody else that just likes to kind of bash, it's just not, it's going to leave you wanting more. It's not rugged. You're going to have to do quite a bit of upgrades to it to kind of get it to where you want it to be. And again, financially, any one of these trucks could become a basher if you spent enough money. I'm not dealing in hypotheticals. I'm dealing in basically how is it out of the box, right? So another random two-wheel drive short course truck that I've owned is the Kyosho Ultima. It's actually a nicely built little truck. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's still in production. You can still get it from places like A-Main. It's pricey for what it is, and obviously the big knock on it is part support. If you're a Kyosho fanboy and you just want to ride a Kyosho truck, I think you might be all right out on the track. I'm not totally sure. but it's certainly not what I would call a good basher. And then, so that's like the honorable mentions. And then let's go to the top three as I see them. So we have basically a two-ish way tie between the Losi XXX SCT and the HPI Blitz. Now, I mentioned earlier that I had had trouble placing the SC10 because I thought it was pretty similar to the HPI Blitz. I just think when I said the 60-40, I think it flips around the other way on the Blitz because of part support and like the thoroughbred, or like the HPI is just like a company that likes bashing. I think that's the image they put out there, and I think the HPI Blitz has become more of a basher. While I have seen it compete on the track, and I think with racing, it's like 70% driver or whatever, 80% driver, especially like the entry level. Like we have like guys like who are casual tryhards. You could, if you put a great racer out there, they could probably win with any of these trucks against people who are less skilled. We won't go down that road. But I thought the HPI Blitz is a very nice truck. Again, since it hits the top three, I think you'd be totally satisfied if you purchased it and you ended up doing nothing but bashing with it. The same goes through the next step up, in my opinion, and it's a small step, is simply the Losi XXX SCT. I just like the craftsmanship on it. I like the possible hop-ups if you want to do them later. And I like that you can get it in a rolling chassis, and I just like a lot about it. And for me, locally part support is a little bit better for Losi. While the XXX SCT isn't great, I can like call my local track and have the stuff in within a day. So it's not so bad. So the Blitz and the XXX SCT are probably very similar, like tomato. And in surprising nobody, I'm still gonna say that the best basher is the Traxxas / two-wheel drive. Call me a fanboy if you want, but I'm just not. You just can't argue the facts that a Traxxas Slash has the best parts availability. I mean, you can get parts just about anywhere. You can get them at freaking tools, automobile stores and things like that. I mean, you just can't beat the part support that Traxxas has. It's very hardy right out of the box. It comes all waterproofed. I mean, I guess if you get the brushless model, again, I didn't really differentiate here between like brushless and brush, just because I mean, if you're bashing, you're going to want brushless. I mean, there are certain scenarios where you want brushed. Like I really like brushed on my Summit more than I liked it on, my Summit on brushless, because it was plenty fast with the Titan 775. And it just was perfect, and it was waterproof. Then once I put the Mamba Monster on there, it just wasn't the same. Stuff started breaking because it was just going too fast, and that's the story for a different day. But I think the Slash comes in about 576 different varieties. You can get any kind of shell you want. You can get one that looks like a neon orange station wagon if you want. I mean, there's just any number of renditions of the platform. It's right around like the $200 price point, where you can basically go get a ready-to-run SC10, Blitz, or Slash, or even the XXX, all right around the same price, or most of these are all right around the same price if you're comparing apples to apples. But I think, in my opinion, in my 2 or 3 years of doing this and owning tens, or probably over 100 or close to 100 RC kits, I still think the best two-wheel drive short course truck for bashing is a Traxxas Slash. I would love to get your opinion down in the comment section down below. I look forward to hearing it. I think it is something that is debatable, but it's one of the hottest questions I get, and so I decided, since it's freezing cold out here, that I was going to do a series for January of these videos and kind of discuss a little bit about each individual kit and what are some of the pros and cons. We all know, I mean, RC Nightmare is really a bash place, so we'll have some fun when we get to the monster trucks and the 4x4s and stuff like that. But for two-wheel drive, short course truck, Traxxas Slash, they're the champ until they're not the champ. That's a fact. Talk to you soon. What's up, everyone? I really hope you enjoyed the video. Take a moment to check out some of our most popular playlists, from RC reviews, RC tutorials, some of the most popular RC unboxing videos, and of course some of the most kick-ass running videos you'll find anywhere on YouTube. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to crush that subscribe button you'll find right here.